111 million times. That is the amount of times Squid Game has been watched on Netflix. And that's just the accounted one. I have no idea about other platforms. The Korean dystopian drama Squid Game has taken over the internet and has become Netflix's biggest original series of all time. It has resulted in several social media memes, is expected to be the inspiration for multiple Halloween costumes this year, and probably comes up at least once in every social conversation these days. When people first watched it, they posted raving reviews on social media, which began the entire conversation about the series plot and twists. It was like a domino effect, with more people hopping onto the bandwagon just to see what the hype was really about. This is Korean drama at its very best. The plot, the twist, the actors, the aesthetic, everything. So even though reluctant in the beginning, why are more and more people talking about it? What is the hype? Spoilers ahead. If you have not joined the crowd yet and are wondering what is this show about, the premise of the show is quite simple. A group of 456 people are lured into playing some survival style games, and they have a chance to win billions of Korean won if they win a series of 6 games. There's just one small condition though. If they lose, they die. Behind the gory scenes and meaningful interactions between the characters, each episode had underlying messages that we should all keep in mind. I'd like to highlight the top 11 life lessons I learned from this captivating show. Lesson 1. Decisions are a gamble. There is no such thing as low risk and high reward. If you lose, you get slapped. If you win, you get cash. When the incredibly charming guy invites you to play Jackie, you should run for your life, enticing you with a small risk and a large reward, then allowing you to reap exponential winnings initially, is the all too trusted formula which usually scammers use. They first gain your trust and then trap you. When you start winning something, you're high on hormones like dopamine, endorphins, serotonin, etc. Then you're intrinsically motivated to keep feeling that winning high. Next thing you know, the risk keeps getting bigger and bigger, and your life is down the line. So in this game, the reward is very high and the risk is your life. Lesson 2. Life is a game, an unfair one. We all think, I'm not that stupid to risk my life, and then we watch episode 2. Hell, this to me was the most memorable episode because it gave depth to the characters as not just mindless and greedy fools. Why would anyone risk life for money? Simple. There is nothing to look forward to in the real world for them. The real world is much worse for them. Many of us are privileged by our social and financial standings to not worry about the next meal, shelter, and medical expenses. But having your loved ones, jobs, homes all taken away, what is there to live for? Hence, participating in the games were appealing because at least in the game, they were treated as equals, unlike in the real world. Lesson 3. Ethics are subjective. There is no one real answer. Alright, you're in the game, so is your best friend, but there's only one winner. What do you do when you have insider information? Do you tell your best friend? I mean, technically, withholding information is not morally wrong when you're not sure. So, the insider information you're not so sure, but will you still share it? Player 218, Cho Sang-woo, who is Ji-hun's, which is the protagonist's best friend, was faced with this dilemma. In life, we often encounter predicaments such as this, which gives us a very big headache. We convince ourselves that we are morally correct and that it's better to just keep quiet and see how it goes, even if your friend might die. Also, you don't really want to go against them in the final round, right? The thing is that there is no right or wrong, clear-cut idea of righteousness. World has different shades of morals. Same morality can be seen fluctuating for the protagonist when he takes advantage of player 1 with dementia in the marble game. Hence, evil is not ingrained in us but cultivated through times of desperation. 4. Trust but verify. The most emotional event of Squid Game was when Ali was cheated by Cho Sang-woo. Ali trusted Shu with his marbles and ultimately paid the price for his life. So sometimes in life, talent is not just enough. You have to be a little bit alert as well. Lesson number 5. The system is rigged. We only come to know about the rigged system towards the end of the season. Ilnam was an insider with knowledge and information about the game beforehand. I believe we come up with this quite often in our lives. People who achieve great things in life, and sometimes we wonder how. In most cases, they are either insiders or have someone who is an insider in the game being played or in the system. Sometimes this is a competitive advantage and other times it's purely cheating. So don't be so hard on yourself for not winning all the time. Lesson number 6. Smart work versus hard work. This is perhaps the best lesson I learned from Squid Game. In the game where you are supposed to cut the sugar candy, which is the dalgona, into exactly the right way. Jihan managed to work smart and inspired others to do the same stuff. A few people cheated in this, but Jihan managed to do it successfully and fairly. This is by far the best example of smart work that helped himself and his fellow participants. Lesson 7. Be kind. This has been the most important lesson I learned. There are so many scenes of kindness within the series, but my favorite one would be Jeong sacrificing her life for Kang Sibyok. She didn't have to, so love and kindness could come from the unlikeliest of the places. Also, we can see the example of Ji-hung offering Ilnam his company in the game when actually Ilnam was not really needed. Life lesson number 8 that we can learn from Squid Game is to listen to win. Listening is very important from the beginning, that is from the red light, green light game. This skill meant the difference between life and death. Listening is not only through your ears but also deep within your soul. Did you listen to your gut feelings? Do you listen to your heart? Do you listen to nature? All these factors can affect your chance of winning. Squid Game or life. If you're an entrepreneur, you listen to your competition and listen to the upcoming technologies that may give you an edge in the market. In a relationship, do you listen to the partner without speaking? So you see, Squid Game can teach us all these lessons and more. These are my ideas of lessons, life lessons that I learned from Squid Game. You could mention your ideas down in the comments below. I would love to see that. If you loved watching this video, you can click on the subscribe button and the bell icon. It will be a great help for me. And if there are any other topics that you would like me to make videos on, please comment below as well. So let's meet next time. Bye.